Welcome back everyone, I am Omega Zero, and today we are back with more Code Vein. Since we are going to be essentially just doing a retread today, unfortunately due to, let's just say, complications,
Honestly, I want to jump right into action.
we are going to just be focusing on heading to the depths and redoing, unfortunately, the Celestial Ice Prison. I have completed it at this point, like I said. Completed, done, go, booyah, we're ready to go. Too bad it sucked to the point where I accidentally was an idiot and I deleted my footage because I thought I already put it in a video, but I didn't, so it goes to show you how much I know about shit. But with this, unfortunately I can't show like all the items that you get. I could just show off some areas like, go here, get this, do that. You know, like typical stuff of like, hey, go fight this, go fight that. But sometimes it does, sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. Like, I don't know where like some of the items were. Like, oh, you go here, you get this particular item. And as you can see, I already mapped out the entirety of this place, and this place is pretty big. But for this episode, we'll be primarily just focusing on Queen, the Queen Blood Code, but I will switch it up to something different. Because first off, I need to change this to be completely different because I was using this for grinding purposes earlier. So, I think I need strength, or I think was it will? No, I need this, so I don't need that much strength, so I get to switch this off. It's probably like mind and will. Because with the stats that we have now, it's like, oh, S and mind is A+, so. But we will be also putting on the Swift Destruction because you always just do more damage. And we will also switch up the gun, or the bayonet. Brody, I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's not that big of a deal, but since we're primarily just going to be fighting from afar in this episode. But when you go first here, you'll pick up some items like pure blood, candles, and all that. Go here. And yep, there is a horror in this part of the depths, and you can see it right there. I don't believe you'll be able to see it from when you first show up, because I think there will be a ward around the entirety of the barrier, so therefore it'll be blocked off and you won't see it because I think it'll be in a resting position as well. Anyways, you want to head down here, and you may have noticed that I have Mia with us, but Mia has a different color because this Mia, it has like the white version. You can only get this by having the season pass. I got mine when it was on sale, so it's not that big of a deal. It's only like $12, which is good for me because it was cheap. But also kind of bad. It's like, oh great, I had to do this and get all the DLC at once. But not big of a deal. Anyways, you come down here, you'll rest at this vessel. It'll shape up the map. I would show off the fight right now, but that'll be at the end because I'll show you like a really cheap thing. You'll have the trials right here. I haven't completed all of them, but I completed most of them. And at the end, I will show off the costumes that you unlock by doing this particular horror hunting trials. I haven't done this on the Xbox because I was still an idiot, but it's actually much easier. But anyways, you can go through here to unlock a shortcut, but we'll just work our way up because it'll be infinitely easier. Anyways, walk over here. And you want to take this very slowly, well, not too slowly, because in comparison to like the trial maps, which I have recently found out are set to New Game Plus stats for the enemies, which is why they were doing so much damage. These enemies, they don't do nearly as much. Like, they still hurt, obviously, but they don't hurt as much is the thing. And with drain attacks like this, bam, like you're draining with this particular one because it's focused on magic, or I should say gifts. It's better overall for us. because it drains a bunch. And with the buffs that I'm giving myself, other than probably like one, which should probably be speed, everything can go pretty good for you with this one, because you can just fight from a distance and you really only need to get in close when you need to get some more I-Core, unless you have a bunch of stuff that just gives you I-Core. It's point about 12,000 damage, and you can one-shot these types of enemies pretty easily, despite the fact they're like well over 100. And at this point, I'm level 210 because I did some grinding. Because good freaking lord, getting to Mito took around 3 days of effort. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I could consistently get to him, but killing him was extremely difficult, because he pretty much would either annihilate me right away, which happened a lot, more often than I would like to admit, or other times he would just straight up destroy you when you're like he's on his last legs and all that. It really just got annoying after a while. Anyways, we made another Parry King, but since we're on the magic build today, just to kind of show it off, we will just one-shot him. Anyways, this is the passageway from that door we basically broke open, and you can use this to cross the passage over here. And there's also a missile route that you can purify down there that we passed by earlier that I didn't show up because I'm an idiot. Because like I said, we're just kind of showing off the areas. We're not really gonna fight and kill everything, except this thing, because I don't like it. But since this is a big ol' enemy, we almost one-shot it, but with that we two-shotted it. Or three-shotted it because of me throwing her one hit. But with Bridge to Glory and all that, along with Overdrive, you can one-shot enemies really well with the gifts. Now, if I could just combine these with like Final Journey, if it was near its original prime of 3 minutes, it would be so much easier. But then again, like, the game would be pretty busted. Chop, 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 chop. Just, oh god. Beep. Ow. Like, here's the thing, like, you just saw that right there. He didn't look like he was hitting that hard. And I didn't even take a whole lot of damage despite the, well, it took like 1,000, but that's also because the dude was just wailing on me. I chose to do nothing about it. Anyways, come over here. You do have to explore this place quite a bit to get everything, but it's not that bad. There you go, one-shot that enemy. Another Parry King. But that does not matter to us because we attack from behind. And we just drain a whole bunch of life force. There's another one of those Boreal Brutes who you can two-shot. Well, if you're using the build I have, you can two-shot the enemies pretty easily. Because, like I said, if I just increase my level more, because we're pretty close to a level cap. Granted, we're still like 90 levels away, but it's not too hard to grind here. I say that, but you can still easily be killed. But yeah, you'd see like this is the entire area. So you can get a good, pretty high vantage point. The only thing's higher is right there, but you do need to kill a specific enemy in order to get that. I believe you get the Zeal. I don't think we will. Oh. I was about to say, I don't think we will, but I was an idiot. Because I never went too deep in here, because, well, I was like, oh, we're going to get attacked, so I chose not to do it. Anyways, you don't have to worry about this little mud Mito cloned rock. It's not going to come alive and anything like that. Anyways, run down here. And you'll face the Rissaru, and then you'll face one of these enemies, this little annoying enemies that are super fast to do like a frick ton of damage. Anyways, join in. Bam. But yeah, it's like with the magic build, it's like you can do damage and it's pretty easily able to kill these enemies. I say that while I'm getting comboed. Okay. Oh my gosh. No, screw this. Sword. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this can be annoying. Oh my god, it's like, this can be annoying because of the amount of enemies they throw at you. Yeah, they're small, but they just keep showing up. I think they're infinite until you kill the boss. I'm not entirely sure. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, okay. Come on. Like, this wasn't that hard before, but then again, I think I was on like my Queen Slayer build where I just like comboed him to death before he could really become a problem. Okay, you did that twice in a row. Don't stop it. Jesus. No, sit down. This is why you probably want to get like the Queen blood code, which means you do have to go for the best ending. So you can either do it on your first playthrough and feel good, or do it on your second playthrough and feel better after you're doing it feeling horrible. Because you can just alter the difficulty. But anyways, after defeating that annoying as heck enemy, you can go up here, and then you can actually jump down here, and then kind of like balance your way down to get an item, which I believe is the Vigorous Zeal, the thing we got at the end of the last episode of Tower Trials 2. Because, that's very annoying. I just got extremely lucky the first playthrough. Anyways, you would fall, so we're back in the central area. You would fall here, and then you would just kind of like work your way around. Like fall here, walk over there, and then you would see that little mist around the distance with that one enemy that's being extremely still. And if you go this way, you'll end up right at the beginning of where you started. So if you don't want to drain resources, you go the other way. But since I want to kind of like show this off to you guys, you go here. Like, you're not at risk of taking fall damage unless you fall all the way to the bottom. But since you can clearly see the platforms and where you're supposed to go, it's not that big of a deal. I do apologize if my PlayStation gets super loud. It's been doing that a lot lately. Huh, there's some enemies right there. I never noticed those. Hello. Goodbye. And you can kill it, and I believe you can always get a gift from that one. Anyways, you can aim from right here and get extremely lucky, but let's see, let's do this. Broke its armor, and we're gonna get backstabbed. I have no idea what's going on. There we go. Got some queen steel out of it. Was it worth it? Not really. But watch, I believe. No, they didn't drop, which is weird. Maybe you have to, they drop from a high, when you're on a lower point. Maybe. Most likely. Why are we back here? Man, we just circled all the way around. Anyways, you're just gonna want to probably like, drop down to the bottom, but probably not actually drop, because I don't think you're, like I said, you're not at any really high enough point unless you're deliberately trying to fall down all the way and try to like take damage, because like that didn't take anything. But at this point, if you're like you're playing the DLC, you might as well be just trying to get the get out of the way. You might be just trying to get the best gifts. Exploration wise and all. What the? Yeah, by the way, your teammates will do that a lot. Teleport to you. Anyways, you can also just go right here and see, like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of lava. I don't know my geography, but can that happen? I don't freaking know. Anyways, you'll probably ignore this on your first playthrough, but you can chop down these stalactites, I believe they're called. Go down here. Purify this, and then you would run all the way back up. Not joking, like, you would run all this way. You would find an item right here. I don't remember what it was, unfortunately. Then you would come up here, and then you'd just be right back where you were near the beginning. Anyways, these enemies aren't that difficult. You have your typical just enemies there. But you see that little sea urchin back there? That sea urchin is like the toughest damn sea urchin in the universe. Because it just takes forever to kill. Like, if you just go in like this with basic attacks, you saw it did like 2,000. Yeah, that would work for now. But it wouldn't work later. You have your sword enemy right there. You got great sword enemy right here. Just walk up slowly, surely, and do that. Drain them of their ichor, and just drain them some more because the blood veil we have is actually a very good one that drains enemy ichor very fast. So I think it gives the highest which you can get, which is 9. Though I'm not sure because this is the highest I've seen it go up. I'm pretty sure it could go even higher, like maybe 10's the highest, or heck, maybe even 15. If you combine it with certain gifts, like one that increases how much ichor you drain, but I'm not sure. Anyways, take that down, buff ourselves, so we can constantly be doing more and more damage. Sea urchin, die. Yeah, look at that, 12,000. Look at that, another 12,000. And they don't hurt all that much. But, and they, oh yeah, by the way, they do not care about hit stun all that much. You look at this. But that was with magic. It took 20 ichor and a few random attacks to kill it. And that was with me mashing somewhat. So, you can, even with buffs, it takes forever to kill it. Because before, when I came here the first time, I went up here with buffs. So I was like, oh yeah, let's do this, buff ourselves. Didn't matter all that much. Oh, by the way, did you notice that this Mia has different skills? She has one of Yakumo's skills from his blood code. And then she also has like the same projectile based attacks that Io does. Except I believe she has all 3 elemental ones, just minus blood. Like she has ice, electricity, and fire. Like all the spike skills, but I'm not entirely sure if she has blood. Like the blood spike one, I'm not sure. And I could even be wrong. Grab this. By that I mean nothing. Got another sea urchin enemy here. And we're not, we're doing around the same damage. Oh, that's some bolt. Beep, beep, beep. Pretty dang close. Oh, great. It's the parry god. He was ready for that parry. He was waiting for me to attack. And I forgot about my computer. Crap. Yeah, sorry. I was exporting another video. And, those just take forever. Like, they really do just take a long time. Power of gods in the anime. See, like, look how easy it is to defeat the lower level enemies of the Lost, whereas if you try to go up and try to fight this thing on other ones, it would just be ridiculous. Then again, it's not like they're on New Game Plus. They're just they have a lot of health. That is literally it. Do this. So we're not one-shotting them, but I'm not trying to one-shot them. I'm really just using the Queen Blood Code because I wanted to use it, because sometimes I use it to grind, sometimes I just use it because I like legitimately just want to have one. Anyways, we got the breakdancing enemy here. Let's catch my surprise. Bam. Ooh, he took more damage with only like 1 buff active. As you can see, the ichor count for the Queen Blood Code is very high, being 60. I believe it can go up to like 64 if you have like the max ichor count being increased if you have one of those gifts. Anyways, you would run all the way over here. Break this if you want to. I believe there will be an item here. I'm not entirely sure. But you'll purify the missile route. And then you get... There'll be an item here, definitely. Like right here. But then you would just jump down that little pile and then you would basically be in the front and center back in this little cave area. Now this DLC is definitely more annoying than the Hellfire Knight. Like when I say more annoying, I mean really annoying. This is primarily due to the enemies having way more health and the Frozen Empress being an incredibly difficult boss. But it's not impossible. So I will use a Pureblood here. Because guess who's back? It's the Argent Wolf Berserker for some reason. Oh crap. Buff. Okay. So you also notice they got two little warm enemies around here as well. Oh, by the way, Argent Wolf Berserker apparently is resistant to fire. And buffed himself early. Great. Hey, you, get down here. Or I say get down here, but shoot. Yeah, the Argent Wolf Berserker hurts. I think it's completely resistant. Not too resistant to electricity. And still susceptible to back attacks. But apparently resistant to fire. And resist ice even less than electricity. Another back attack. How about gun? If I had this on, I'd do even more damage. Another back attack. Yeah, this enemy has not aged well. Let's hit it with some electricity. Bam. Yeah, since it buffed itself, it takes less damage, which is annoying. But it's not possible to defeat. And guess what? You can't launch it if it's buffed. Ah, crap. Well, I wasted 10 of those, but it's not that bad. Anyways, it'll drop a random item, but it will also drop. The two bosses here also drop a special Spelsius vestiges, which you do need in order to fight the enemies here. And for these two particular items, for the Frozen Empress DLC, it's more annoying because you basically have no unique enemies that you fight here. Sure, like the Hellfire Knight didn't really have any unique enemies either. Yeah, no, they didn't, because I think. Nope. You have no unique enemies, but it was kind of like, since it was the first DLC, it gets a lot more leeway, unfortunately. Anyways, we will go up here. We're starting off the horror hunting trials. I'll switch you to the ones I haven't completed, which is Untouchable, the Giant Strikes, because they nerfed the damage on those. Alpha and Omega can go screw itself. And then you have like the ones where you just like defeat it at higher difficulties. Now, I'm going to show off the way you can do this fairly easily, because all you need really is the Artemis Blood Code, which you get through in the game normally. And you want to do really something stupid here. So what you're going to do is well, first let's rest, because I already used my Pureblood and I need to reset the item to be put back in my inventory. What you want to do here is that you want to buff yourself with mainly just two things. You use Bridge to Glory and what is this? Cognitive Seal. You use those two buffs, you're pretty much good. But anyways, you also want to have the Communal Gift with Mia. Either Mia will work, and you will use this first because it will allow you to do less damage, but everything costs less. So do that, buff yourself, use Pureblood to gain all your stuff back, rush right in, and to spam the fire bullet. Trust me, you launch so many that it doesn't matter. Trust me, just look at it. You throw so many and bam, you just mash now. And this is the fight. Now this would be going better if I had a higher I-Core count, because you can get that by you can get that by using the blood codes. But here, I'll actually do that. Haha. Oh, I'm actually slow. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go show us off. Because it will work better if I actually have max I-core to do this. Because it's actually kind of difficult without it. So when we get back, I will show off my first cleared attempt of doing, well, multi-cleared attempt because I already got all the costumes and all that. With that, everyone, my name is Mega Zero. The next time you see me, I'll complete this challenge with a fairly easy to obtain moveset. See you all later.